Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Katie, and before we get into today's video, I just want to go ahead and give a big shout out to the first 4 commenters on my last video. A big shout out goes to Tracy's Nail World 5709, Barbie Girls Nails 222, Susie's Nail Cues, and She Modern. Tina at She Modern. Thank you guys so much for being the first 4 to comment on my last video. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you so very much. Definitely check out each of these 4 accounts. Each of them has some amazing nail content to go ahead and look at. Thank you for enjoying my videos, and I hope that you enjoy today's too. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Katie. This is the KaizanBlu channel. I do nail art and other stuff to do with nails. And today we are doing day 5 and day 6 of the 13 days of Halloween nail art collab hosted by The Nail Life on Facebook. Alright, so this is going to be for number 5. Okay, so now I did do this live on YouTube. Okay, so this video is a little bit weird. The editing was a little bit weird. It's not quite as smooth as I would like it to be, but we're gonna get through it. Okay, and please excuse the squeaky chair. I'm in my husband's office because the kids are downstairs getting ready for bed. Let's just go ahead and jump right into this. The first thing I did was I did a very thin coat of Blanc from Moonlit, which was that white gel polish you saw me use. I cured for 60 seconds. I then added a layer of Beetles nail foil glue, okay? And I did cure that for a full 90 seconds. I did a 60-second timer and then a 30-second timer, okay? A full 90 seconds. I allowed it to cool completely, and I added my foil, okay? And as you can see, it applied beautifully. Now I'm just taking a little bit of my black from Beetles. It's one of the polishes I'm trying to use up. I'm gonna go in and I'm adding shadows to the top and the bottom of the nail. And yeah, I'm gonna just kind of blend that out. You're gonna see me push it up and down a little bit until I'm happy with the blend. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing right here. This is kind of like a little bit of a weird voiceover for me because it's just not my usual filming style, so I'm just not kind of used to it, so just bear with me. Okay, so I did go in then with some this is a really pretty purple reflective gel liner from Moonlit. It's from the Halloween, it used to be Your Nail Lab. I forget who was the one that did it that year, but it was the Halloween box. And it was like a special box, and you got this really pretty reflective purple liner in it. And I'm just giving the foil underneath some highlights. I've really grown to like doing this method where on my base, I start with the foil and then I just kind of like blend it in and up and, you know, add colors to it and really make it my own. I think that it's a great way to achieve a cool base without having to use too much of your, like gel products and stuff like that. So definitely something to consider if you're having a hard time with running through your products too quickly because you're like me and you like to layer your stuff. So the next part of this process was just me going back and forth with different shades of purple. I am using this beautiful fluffy brush that I got in one of my Azure Beauty dip kits. Although I did decide that I wanted a little bit more product near the cuticle of the design. So I did end up just going in with it with the brush, and then I did fade that down. And then I do go back in with that beautiful purple reflective. You don't really get too much reflective in this nail set. It was more for the purple that I wanted it anyway. And then I am going to go in with a slightly lighter purple, and I am just going to kind of lighten it up just a little bit more because it's pretty much the area that we're going to be doing our design over today. Okay, so now for the fun part. Now that I had my background, I went in with some of the Puente solid nail gel glue. And I decided I wanted to try to recreate an idea that Miss Susie at Susie's Nail Cues, aka Facebook Nail Grandma, she had wanted me, when I was talking to her about the design that I was going to do for this particular day for the webs. By the way, day 5 was webs, sorry. She was like, oh, well, you should try to do like a web suspended between 2 trees. I wasn't really up for the task of creating 2 different trees. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this with solid gel. So I did opt to only do 1 tree, but I did end up doing like a web suspended between branches look. And I think that it came out really, really cool. So definitely something to consider if you're trying to do more, like artsy fartsy, which I miss you, girl. If you happen to be on YouTube watching our videos, the YouTube world misses you. I miss you. Anyway, so yeah, if you want to be a little bit more artsy fartsy, you can do that. Absolutely. You can, use this type of a product to create something really cool. So what I did was I tried to use my hands, but like the product was just warming up way too much. It was sticking to my glove, like not sticking, like it's not really a sticky product, but it was softening up way too fast for me. So I just had to work it back and forth with my cuticle pusher, and I had a Blanc nail tip that was roughly, I believe it was the same exact size as the one I was creating, and I used it to measure the tree so that, it was going to look correct on the nail when it was finished. And I think that was a really, really great way to do that. Definitely loved the way that this came out. So yeah, definitely not a hard process to figure out for me. So I highly suggest trying something like this. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, this is pretty much just a lot of back and forth. It's me tapping different areas of the gel, trying to get a more like natural kind of gnarled branch like look. Super, super cool. Like, I really love the way that these came out. I cannot wait for you to see the finished product. I know that you kind of see them on the thumbnail, but I just feel like the thumbnails, you don't really see the nail. You know what I mean? And again, I'm measuring it against the other nail tip. And then I went in and I, reevaluated it, redid it, which is really cool about this type of product because you can just kind of like do what you got to do. You know what I mean? You have time, you can work with it, you can reshape it, you can remold it, you can ball it all up back into a bowl and completely ball it all up into a ball and completely start over. So definitely fun and convenient for this type of thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you finish watching me put the tree together, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump back in on the next step. All right, so once it was cured, I did cure that for a full 60 seconds. It comes off pretty pliable. It came off like a soft little, kind of like you had dried glue, literally. So what I did was I took a little third of a sticky press-on nail tab, and I attached the tree to the other nail tip, the one that I had been using to size it up to the one that I'm working on. And excuse me, little miss sick all the time. But yes, so I attached it to the nail with a little sticky tab. That way I had a surface that I could work on. I didn't want to just be brushing gel paint all over the place. I did about 3 coats of Boston is Calling. And then I went in with 1 coat of Cinnamon Roll. Boston is Calling is from Madam Glam and Cinnamon Roll is from Nail Reserve. I do have discount codes for both of those brands. Always check my description box. I'm trying my best to keep up with posting product information and links and stuff and all of my codes every time I post. So please always check my description box. There you go, Katie. For all that type of good stuff, okay? Now, I did just use regular nail glue to adhere this to the nail because I'm not going to be using these, but I suggest if you're going to do something like this and you're going to wear the nails, even if they're press-ons, use gel glue, okay? Or make sure that you seal it in afterwards with some type of gel glue, because this type of material, it didn't completely seal to the nail, obviously, because it's like a big chunky tree. So you're going to want to go around the edges and at least seal it in, okay? Now I do top coat this, and I will explain to you how I go about top coating this. But pretty much, you know, we just use a little bit of nail glue and we stuck that bad boy down. So now I'm going to go in with the black gel paint from Madam Glam, and I'm going to start doing my spider web. Now, I wanted this to be as accurate as I personally could make it as to what a web would look like if a spider were to have spun it between 2 branches. I happen to think that spiders are incredibly fascinating, amazing creatures, and I really wanted to do them right by this nail design, okay? I know it's a silly thing, and I said it in my live, it's a silly thing, but I really wanted it to be as close to what a web would look like strung between 2 branches as possible. So I looked up a picture online, and I'll go ahead and I'll link the picture down below in the description box just so you can see what I was looking at when I was creating these. Now, I didn't show you the whole process of the web. The entire process for this nail will be available in my live section on my YouTube. Okay, I just wanted to make kind of like an abridged version for people that are not down for sitting there for 2 hours to watch somebody do one nail. You know what I mean? But the entire video is up on my live page on my YouTube channel, okay? So definitely go check that out if you want to see the whole process, as well as I did have a couple of announcements in that live as well. But here is the finished nail. I really, really loved how this came out. I think that it was super, super cute. The process was a lot of fun to do, and I really enjoyed creating this nail design. I think that the colors went really well together, and I don't know, I just think it came out pretty good, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move into day 6, and day 6 was spooky woodland animals. So I'm going in, and I think this polish is called something sky, gray skies, or I don't know, something like that. It's from Madam Glam, and then I went in with these 3 blue gel polishes, and I alternated them, and I just kind of like blended it all together. Did like different areas that were a little bit darker in one area. I just kind of like layered and like gently blended the colors together until I was happy with the result. I went in and you're gonna see me stamp some trees. I layered the trees a little bit. I used 2 different colors. I used black from Maniology, I think I used the black from, and then I used the slate gray or the graphite gray opaque sticky stamping polish from She Modern. And as you can see, this is me just kind of blending the colors together, and then I did go back in and diffuse this. But yeah, then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into the stamping, which was a lot of fun because we did a couple different things with the stamping. I'm trying to figure out how to do this reverse stamping with like the gel, but every time I do it, my images are crunchy. So like, how do I make that not happen? But yeah, so I went in with this glitter is that new blue shimmer gel from the October collection. Okay, definitely stunning. Those glitters are gorgeous. The shimmers are like so fine and so metallic-y. Absolutely love that collection. So yeah, so this is going to be me doing the stamping. The stamping is pretty much just going to be some tree branches, and then I am going to go in with the non-stick semi-gel for chrome. Okay, and that's a She Modern product, and I love it. It is a stamping gel that allows you to use chrome pigment with it, and it is just a lot of fun to create using it. So yeah, so I'm gonna end up doing my trees. I'm gonna do my reverse stamping. You're gonna see that whole process, I think, and then you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna see me lay down the owl. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let you enjoy the rest of the stamping and reverse stamping process. Just wanted to jump in real quick. The shimmer that you saw me put down first is one of the colors from Saviland that I reviewed from an Amazon kit that I got. And I don't think that it's available anymore. I haven't seen it on Amazon. I went to go look today for somebody else and it wasn't there. But they do have other shades in that range, in that like that not collection, but like that series, I guess you could call it. And I just wanted to protect my images because I was going to be going in with a matte top coat, and I'm using the clear matte from She Modern, and I'm just going to matte top coat everything after I use my watercolor stamping sealer to make sure that all my images were protected. It kind of helped seal in the moon a little bit so that she didn't lift because she came out a little chonky. Again, I don't know how to avoid that with reverse stamping with gel, so if anybody has some insight on that, I would absolutely appreciate it. So yeah, this is the non-stick semi-gel, and so I just put my owl. I did squish his head a little bit. Didn't mean to, but we did squish his head a little bit, and that's okay. And then I went over it with some blue chrome, and I used my silicone chrome tool from Saviland to apply it, and I do really like this this tool. I love that it is reusable, less waste, all that good stuff. So yeah, I did use that, and then I buffed it off with my fluffy brush, and cleaned it up a little bit with a wipey. And yeah, that was what my owl was looking like. So the next part of this process is going to be adding the glow elements, and I did add a lot of glowy stuff. Okay, so I used the Green Galaxy glow in the dark gel to create the moon and the eyes and the branches. You'll see what I mean by eyes and the branches once these bad boys get cured and get a little bit of UV light going into them. And then, so this pink and this blue that I have here that I'm going to be going in with now, these are two of the shades from the Glow collection that I have from Born Pretty, and I think I might have just had them sitting too long. I think all of the glow stuff is at the bottom because I could not get these two shades to glow on the nail. I actually had to go back in and mix like blue glow powder with the blue and red glow powder with the pink in order to get them to glow on the nail. But I just recently used two other colors from that collection as well, and they were perfectly fine. So I think what happened was just the blue and the pink, they settled. So I definitely got to get those really well shaken up. But that's pretty much it for this design. I went in, I top coated with the gloss top coat. This is what the nail was looking like before we hit her with the juice and popped her into the lamp. I absolutely love the way that this design came out. I think the owl looks absolutely sick even when it's not glowing. I absolutely love it. And this is what the nails look like in the dark. How absolutely cool is that? I absolutely love this design. I think it is so stinking cool. I think it's so freaking cute. I love the little eyes and the trees. Like, I really like the way that these came out, okay? You got like the glowing red eyes of the owl, the stars, the moon, the creepy eyes watching you. Definitely a really fun design to create. So thank you everybody who joined me for today's video and the live where I created the first design. Please be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I hope that you'll join me for future videos.